Damn bugs. Hey everybody, this is Alan from OC Nerf, and welcome to the Nerf Lounge. This is a setup that I've just put together in the Nerf corner, so now I'm going to be doing videos this way. Let me know if you like it. Still got a few things to work on, but I'm definitely digging the workspace here. You can see the boxes I need to open up and do a review on up there. And we've got our pegboard of blasters. I got the first one up, the second one up this morning. Still trying to figure out which blasters in my arsenal to put up there, but those are the ones that I have that I wanted to put up immediately, so there they are. And today we're going to be doing a little unboxing and review. So we're going to unbox and review the X-Shot Bug Attack Rapid Fire from Zuru Toys. This is a 6-shot pistol with a pullback, so it to me immediately comes off like a night mav. And if you're a little bit familiar with what that is, it is a night finder, which is the pullback portion, paired up with a Maverick in the front, so it's a 2-blaster integration. Best of both worlds, and it looks like Zuru's got that out of the box. If it performs just as well, this might be really awesome. So I've never had one of these. I've been really excited to get it. I went to quite a number of stores to get it, and I finally found one at the Ross a few cities over. And they only had 1 rapid fire and 2 of the eliminators, of which I grabbed 1. Now these also come with these little dudes, and these guys are the bugs that kind of stick to things, and you can watch them crawl as they fall from their place on the wall. And so they've got kind of like sticky feet, and they kind of tumble. And the idea is, the game that you can play out of it is that you'd be able to shoot these as they're falling down with the blasters. I've got 2 kids and 2 cats. I think that's going to be more for them than for me, and it'll be a blast. And so there's also these blue with green tip darts that you can see here. These blue and green tip darts have a little sticker on them, and it says Dart Range Winner by blasterlabs.com. So I'd really like to see how that plays within their blaster here. And it looks like we do have a claimed range of 55 feet or 17 meters. So that's a lot below what Nerf claims for their Elite line. And so if it actually hits that, then that's great. But it's still below what would normally be claimed with the 70 feet or 75 feet and 22 meters. That being said, it looks really cool. A lot of detail and texturing on this. This is really nice. It's got their logo here as well. It's front loaded with nothing to interfere with it, so easy access to the cylinder to be able to just front load the darts. And once I figure out which one actually fires, and it looks like the top one, I could be wrong, but just by looking inside I can see that the top one has that, and it is in line with what I would assume to be where the plunger is. This grip looks pretty awesome. It's kind of stippled. I'll be able to pull this out of the box and we'll see it much better. What we're going to be doing is taking this out of the box, which might be interesting because unlike some of the other stuff, which is twine or cardboard, it looks like Zuru here has gone ahead and used zip ties, which requires a different kind of tool than what I'm going to be bringing here, but I do have something else in case I need it. So, unboxing time. Let's bring out Leonidas and see if I can't pop this thing open. Best way I can think of is doing it this way. Oh, look at that. It works. I was wondering, because zip ties are kind of generally difficult. And we've got that, just because of the way that material is. And then let's go ahead and get these bugs out. Oh wow, they are definitely sticky. That's interesting. I used to play with that GAC stuff when I was a kid. It kind of feels like the feet are that way. Let's go ahead and get these darts out without destroying them. One, two, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Okay. I am pretty used to Nerf putting in just enough darts to load up your blaster one time. Sometimes even less if you count all the dart storage. But it looks like this time around they've given us 2 extra darts. So kudos to Zuru for being able to throw in a couple more than we need. Because you got to get those bugs. Now immediately, this is a really light blaster. Internal mechanisms must be pretty darn simple. The plastic feels solid, a little bit thinner than I'm used to, but it still feels solid. I don't feel any creaks or cracks in it if I squeeze it. This is really cool. The handle here, I didn't notice it in the package, but not only has the stippling here, but also has the faux wood grain, which I really like. I like that a lot. The profile here very much looks like a firearm, which is kind of cool in its own way. I like the beaver tail back here. It fits really nicely. Sometimes they go in too far. This just really fits into my hand really nicely. Trigger pull is pretty sweet. It's nice and clicky. It doesn't seem to have any kind of hindrance to the pull. And it's pretty snappy. Nothing sticks to it. Pretty awesome. And this is something from an open face packaging, so there's definitely a chance for kids to be able to play with these in box. I went to a different store and I actually did find an eliminator, but it was out of the box completely and was already in pretty rough shape, just being in the same store. The pole looks like it'll just have enough room for one finger. Feels a little flimsy in the back, but otherwise, yeah, it feels a little bit flimsy. So, mod potential. We'll have to see how much pressure this can take. Yeah, and it looks like inside here, it is a little bit more hollow than usual. So, otherwise it feels kind of nice. I like the detailing. I really dig the detailing here. Could have used a little bit more paint job, but no big deal there. I do like the detailing. It looks like we've got a faux handle grip right here for you to put your hand. Like I said, the design here on both sides. No paint, but the design is on both sides of the blaster pretty evenly. And then we've got this, I'm not terribly too fond of, but the bug juice that seems to have splattered on the gun. It fits with the line. It's kind of like the Zombie Strikes wrap around the handle, so it's kind of the gimmick for this line. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of it aesthetically, but it doesn't interfere with what I'm doing, so I'm fine with it. The stippling gives it a really nice grip. This is a pretty solid handle. I have more than enough space with my fingers there. In fact, I've got space for an extra. And its girth is pretty reasonable. I really like that feel to it too. One of my favorite pistol grips is the Side Strike, and it's got even less space here, and the girth is much smaller as well. So I brought this out just as a comparison. And then let's get to the action here. So we've got a free rotation. I can hear that air restrictor as it's being rotated around. So I'm going to assume that if we pull this, it'll lock into place, and it does. Looks like it might have a clutch, but I don't want to test it right now. And we pull. It does have an air restrictor. I can see this pullback going in and slowly moving forward, so that's good. But it does seem to have a lot of pop in it. It seems louder than it feels. Might be because of the density of the plastic. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at these darts as well. These are the blue foam and green tip Zuru X-Shot darts that claim to have that award. What is that award? The accurate darts, right? Or range darts. by blaster parts. So that'll be cool. We'll go ahead and front load these. Front loading is easy. It's got a nice tight fit. Really smooth bore. And as I mentioned, we've got 2 extras. No dart storage to speak of. No accessory rails to speak of as well. So it's pretty simple in that regard. Not really much of a sight to speak of as well here. So it's just pieces of plastic there. So the aiming is just your eyes. And we'll go ahead and pull out the Zombie Strike dart to compare these 2 darts. So as you can see here, the X-Shot dart is just a shy shorter than the standard Elite 50 cal size darts here, but it looks like the foam diameters are pretty much the same. And if we look inside, the inner diameters are also fairly close. It looks like Nerfs might have a thicker foam density than the X-Shots by noticeable margin, but feel is pretty fine. And we're going to go ahead and do a couple of test fires with this from here, and then I'm going to go ahead and do some at the range here. So we're going to do like a 20-foot shot just to kind of test things out. So pull back and firing. Nice. Pull it that way. It's got a decent pop to it. Draw is pretty easy. Let's see if I can hit something with these. Yeah, that's fairly accurate, I'd say. I was within a couple of inches of the target that I actually wanted to hit. And that's only within about 10 feet though. So we're going to go ahead and double that, and we're going to go and do a little range test and try to see if we can't hit our target. Okay, so what we've got here is the tech target, and what I'm going to be going ahead and doing is I'm going to be aiming for the center here. And I'm going to be taking it back to about 20 feet from where I'm going to be shooting from, obviously not where the camera is at right now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this thing on. We're going to go to game 3, and we're going to see how accurate we can get. Here we go.
4, 3, 2, 1. 3 missiles.
A little off to the left. Again, off to the left. That one fell down.
1 hit 8 points.
Pretty center.
Missile left.
Nice, 20 points. That's what I'm aiming for.
1 missile left.
All right. That was 8 shots and 8 shots with the X-Shot darts. We're going to go ahead and try a little bit with the Elite darts. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some Elite darts here, load it up with some of the blues, some of the greens, some of the Rebels, a lot of the Rebels. Another green. Oh, that's a Busby dart. Okay, we're going to go ahead and shoot these 6 and see if we can't get any more accurate from 20 feet. And we missed with them. Alright, we'll go ahead and take it back to the review. Okay, and we're back. So we got a total of 28 points from 8 shots with the X-Shot darts and 6 shots with a random volley of Nerf darts. And it can definitely punch, but the accuracy pretty pretty typical. I think they did a little bit better in accuracy than the Nerf darts, actually. The Nerf darts kind of swerved, as is typical with Nerf darts, left to right and all over the place, whereas these did have some inconsistencies and had a tendency to shoot to the left. I have a feeling that a part of that might just be this little bit of wobble that comes with the cylinder. Even with primed, it's a little bit of a wobble. So maybe it's a little bit inconsistent as it goes out, but when it does get that shot, I'm aiming dead center for this, and I hit it at least one time dead center in that volley, the second volley of 8. The first volley of 8, I hit 8 points, which is the inner ring right before the center. So I think that's pretty good for the volley that I gave it. Overall, I think my opinion of this blaster is pretty high as a blaster. I like this style. It's fairly quick. Make sure I get myself on camera there. It's fairly quick. It's pretty poppy. I didn't have any issues with the rotation mechanism jamming up on me. Yeah, reloading was pretty quick. It's just front loading. It rotates. If you're looking at the barrel this way, it rotates clockwise, so just make sure to put everything to the left of the top center when you're reloading if you want it to come up quicker. The next thing I guess that we're going to have to take a look at are these little bug dudes. So it comes with 2. We've got a green guy here and a purple guy here. So these have these little sticky ends, and I think you might be able to see it kind of stick a little bit. If you can see that sticking to itself a little bit. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to try tossing it at this wall right here underneath the tech target. We're going to go and try to put it up there. There it goes, and it sticks and it's moving. We're going to try it right here. It's stuck to the door, and as you can see, it's also still moving. And we're going to go ahead and try to do a quick shooting round with it. There it goes. You see it fall. Alright, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to throw this up against this wall over here, and we're going to go ahead and try to shoot it down. So there's that. You can nail it. Missed it. Missed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Let's try it with this guy with one last shot. Can we do it with one? Oh, we missed it. A couple more shots, right? Let's do it. Go. That guy is up there. 2 shots. 2 targets. 1 hit. 2 hits. Alright. So, that is the X-Shot Bug Attack Rapid Fire 6-shot pistol with a pullback. As I mentioned before, my opinion of this is pretty high. I'd give the build quality, let's say out of 10, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. It feels very solid, more solid than some of the other cheaper blasters that are made. It definitely feels solid, but there's still a flex to it, especially here in the cylinder. There's definitely a flex to that when you're squeezing it in there. And the plastic feels thinner, noticeably thinner. The aesthetics, I really enjoy the aesthetics that the work that they put into it. Again, without the bug juice on here, the rest of the aesthetics, the stippling, the wood graining, the back handle here where the beaver tail is, and all the little detailing that they put into this is fantastic. I absolutely like that a lot. I'd probably give that a 9 out of 10. I like the aesthetics of this blaster a lot. The ease and use and functionality couldn't get any easier. It's a front loader. You don't even have to drop out the cylinder. It just goes right in there. Easy peasy, 10 out of 10 on the front loading. Range and accuracy, from 20 feet, it was hitting the target at least a couple of times, and I hit the 20. So I definitely give it high marks for the range, for the accuracy. For the range, 20 feet was not a problem for it. I feel like it could probably punch, easily 40-50 feet flat. So at an angle shot, I definitely could see these hitting the claimed ranges, which is more than I can say for other blasters, Nerf. And it easily could, with a good arc shot, hit those 55-foot range claims. Now that's shorter than the Elite line, but at least it hits what it says it's going to hit, in my opinion. That being said, like I said, I really like this blaster. I'm going to go ahead and review the Eliminator next, so be on the lookout for that. But if you're interested in this blaster, I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description box below where you can get yourself one. And thank you guys for watching. If you have any further questions about it, leave me a comment in the description box below. And if you're interested in any other thing that I might be doing as far as an unboxing and review or a modification guide, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the like button too if you like this video. If you have any comments or thoughts about this new setup that I have, this new video style that I'm able to do because of this setup, also leave me a comment in the description box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So that being said, thank you all for watching. Have a great day and Nerf on.